Teen Wolf fans in the area? Do we have any Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, all of the DC TV show fans? Do we have any sexy men fans? Sorry, I got a bit excited there myself. Should I get on stage and shut up? Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Tyler! Grab a seat.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Come on, you can say hi, man. Go hi, Tyler.
Can you hear me? Are we good? Oh, there we go. How's it going?
They need a bit of warming up, don't they?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Let's try one more time. On 3. Hi, Tyler. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. Hello.
And that was the panel. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No, first of all, thank you so much for coming all the way down the road and joining us here. I was so excited that you're here. There was a bit of a fight between me and the other host for your panel, not gonna lie. She won, but, you know. But yeah, it's great to have you here. And obviously we'll have a lot of new fans of yours because of Supergirl, Arrow, Flash. What has that experience been like?
Yeah, it's new. I think I haven't been back to MCM since like the early Teen Wolf days. So it's definitely always nice, meeting people who are fans of different characters, and I think that's what always makes these things really interesting. Is it's not just one thing. It's a lot of things, and every once in a while something comes up from when you were 10 years old, and you're like, oh, great, so cool. You've seen my previous work. So yeah, it's always really fun.
So 10 years time, so you see my previous. This one time I was Superman. You may not know this.
Exactly.
It's like when you've got your Oscars all on the table. Yes, I'm an Oscar winner now.
It'll be a thing of the past someday.
Now, I thought I would do a bit of trolling on Twitter. Now, everyone does those videos where they do mean tweets, thirsty tweets, but I've never seen anybody do the best kind, which is nice tweets. So I did a bit of searching for nice tweets for you, and there wasn't any. So, we had...
It's a short list.
I'm just kidding. But I did find a few funny ones as well, so I'm going to put some of them on the screen now, so we should have one come in a second, which I found rather funny. Now, this person is actually MCM, and it says, me, Tyler's been announced for MCM. Sim, which one is that? Me, sends GIF. Oh, Broody McBroodface.
That is, funny enough, that's my name in Colton Haynes' phone.
Is that true?
Probably.
So, what's it like working on the Brood? I can't brood to save my life, but how'd you work on that?
Honestly, I don't think until season 2 or 3 that I even knew that it was called brooding. That was like a new phrase for me. I think I was just waiting for lunch, and they kept saying one more take. I think that's usually when that was.
He pulls off the Brood well, though, doesn't he? You know what I'm just thinking? A live action Tangled?
Yeah? Okay.
We'll go halfsies on it, we'll split the...
Let's do it. Let's profit. Let's go. We'll crowdfund it right now.
But there's, let's say, a lot of fans of yours because of Teen Wolf and finding you very broody. And I believe one of them, I think it's tweet number 2, made me kind of giggle. My mum has fallen in love with Tyler. Dad, I'm sorry. You split up a marriage!
My favorite part of this is that there's one leg. And I'm wondering if it's her mom. I don't know.
So, obviously you come to events like this, you meet a lot of fans and a lot of people of your work. What is that like? But look at this crowd. Let's make some noise, crowd. What is it like experiencing this?
It's interesting because it's funny. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about people who do what we do as actors is that we like attention. You guys aren't on set when we're working, so it's a closed environment. So we never, the work that we do, we never really see unless we come to things like this. You don't really see the effect that it has. You do your work, and then half the things that I've shot I've never watched. So I don't know how it turned out. I don't know which scenes made it, which scenes didn't. So I don't really know what that even ends up looking like. humbling sometimes. So to come to these things, it's always a bit of a shock, and it's also just very flattering and humbling to see that something you've worked on has been appreciated and meant something to someone in the same way that shows that I love have meant something to me. I think it's always strange to recognize that, oh wow, I've been a part of something that's had that same effect on somebody else. So it's really cool.
You have been in two very cool, popular shows. Well, obviously, it's still kind of going on with the Superman role as well. Obviously, I won't ask spoilers if you. Actually, no, I'm going there.
I've gotten good at this.
Who's been watching new season of Supergirl, first of all? So everyone knows the baddie that has returned, Lex. Could we maybe look forward to seeing you interacting with Lex in the future of the DC TV shows?
I mean, you can always look forward to anything you want to.
Oh my God, that's such a typical answer, isn't it?
But yeah, no, I got no promises or guarantees of any kind at this point. So
would you like to work with John Carter?
Oh, I mean, I think to work with John would be great, and I think anytime you have the opportunity to play Superman and have a battle with Lex Luthor, I feel like it'd be crazy not to want to see that. So you never know. We'll see what comes up.
Which kind of leads into the third tweet I kind of found as well. There's so many. I was just trying to pick some of the most interesting ones. Is this true? What? Sorry, who said yes? Have you had a thought with him already? I've never known someone. Yes, it's true. He gives good hugs. Is there a trick to giving good hugs, or does it just come natural to you?
I think you just. What is? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I think it's just. You know what I would say is just being present.
Should I test it out for you?
Being present.
She's like, yes, yes. Should I test out the hug and let you know? Do you know what? I'm only doing this to make my daughter another half jealous. Come on, let's test this out, alright? I'm going to test this out. I think I'm breaking up with my girlfriend, I'm sorry. He gives good hugs. It's a very strong pat on the back as well. But yeah, I can clarify, he gives good hugs. Who's going to go get a photo of Tyler later? Something to look forward to. But please me a note, I got there first. Just saying. And then our next tweet leads to... He's excited. I had a dream about Tyler this morning, and when I was late getting ready for work, I sat on my couch sipping my smoothie, thinking about said dream for far too long. You made this poor person late for work in their dream. Why did you do that?
I can only say that I'm very sorry, but I can also point out that it's the same person that liked this one.
I think you have a Twitter fan.
We need to know who this person with wings is. We need to know. Is this person here?
I don't know. Well, they'll actually admit it.
Okay.
You know what the problem is?
We'll find out. We'll find out who it is.
It's me. It's not real. It is. But so no, obviously, you're in a lot of fans' thoughts. You have an impact on so many people's lives, and see the journey of your characters, and people relate to those stories. Do you have a lot of fans coming up to you saying like you had an impact on my life of the storyline? How's it known that you're having such a great impact on all of these people around the world's lives?
Again, I think that's the part that's that gets lost on you when you're working sometimes. It's strange. There's shows. Game of Thrones was I can say was now. Game of Thrones was my favorite show, and I at one point, like halfway through it, I'd always said like, oh my, I would do anything to be on that show. And then the more I thought about it, I would never want to be on that show, just because once you're on a set, once you're there, once you're working on that project, the story it loses something to you, because for you guys, if you see an episode of Teen Wolf, it's 40 something minutes long. Well, for us, that's 7 16-hour days. So it's over 100 hours of working to make those 42 minutes. So the story can get lost sometimes. You're aware of what your character's going through, but to really see the story that's being told, you're too close to it. You have to kind of be away from it. So to recognize that the story has been told, and that you've played a character or gone through something as the character that someone can identify with and empathize with is it's great. It reminds us that is why we do what we do. So it's always nice to hear that it's had that kind of impact, and to be a part of in any way making somebody feel connected to something or someone is it's a great thing.
And talking about Game of Thrones, do I dare ask your opinion on the finale? What did everyone else think of the finale the other day? Who was a fan? Hands up. Who wasn't a fan? Ooh, split.
Pretty split room.
So obviously you're big Game of Thrones fans. What was your opinion?
Look, I have no problem with how everything ended up, how they got there. I don't know. It's so hard when you have, even just thinking back to the Teen Wolf finale. You come to a point where you have so many storylines to tie up that it's how do you decide which is the last moment? How do you decide really what all those things look like? I can't imagine the pressure that goes into that situation. So look, I went into the season when I said I'm going to have no expectations. I'm just going to let it be what it is and just be glad that I've had this many years of really loving a show this much. And there was definitely moments in there that I was on the couch by myself and almost tearing something off the sofa.
Did you cry at Drogon? Be honest, who nearly cried at Drogon with Danny? Yeah.
I mean, come on, how could you not? Yeah, it was an incredible show. It was eight seasons of really just fantastic. I still think it's one of the most epic productions of all time. I just think what they were able to do with that show was incredible. So I will miss it. I will miss it dearly.
Now, talking about incredible TV shows, the final tweet is the one that I was thinking as well. Oh yeah, that leads into it. And I think the final tweet after that as well kind of links into it, and you'll notice it was the same one. This is basically saying, you've been amazing as Superman. Hasn't he been amazing as Superman? Now, I'm first to admit, and I'm sure many fans will, when they announce actors as certain characters that everyone loves, like Batman, for example, of recent Batman announcements, things like that, and people announce you as Superman, there's a lot sometimes of backlash, people going, well, how's he going to be Superman, how's he going to do that, and some people are like, no, give it a chance and everything like that. I was one of the people who's kind of, well, I know he's been in Teen Wolf, but I can't really picture you as Superman, but I'll tell you something, you're one of my favourite Supermans I've seen on screen so far.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
And I think one of the things that you've done that I think a lot of people struggle with is you've got Clark Kent right, which leads into the Superman, because I think Clark Kent is one of the toughest ones. You've had Tom Welling, who did Clark Kent in Smallville for 9 years, I believe it was, 10 seasons, brilliant as Clark Kent. You've obviously had plenty of other Supermans for Henry Cavill and everyone like that, but I think you've just done the perfect blend of the two characters, and I think you've done something that very many people struggle with, is you've given Clark Kent heart, and that connection he has with Kara, I think, is one of the reasons why I liked your version of Superman. Was that kind of your intention from the start, kind of giving Clark more kind of heart, more feelings, or was that more direction?
No, I mean, I think I just kind of approached it as any other character, and just finding out, what those relationships are, and the people in his life that are most important to him. And obviously having that relationship with Kara was very special. There's something unique about that where, I've always kind of seen him, and when I went into this, I really kind of ended up looking at it as there's at least really 5 characters within Clark and Superman, just because of who he's around kind of determines to what level he's performing which person, and then when he's around Kara, I think it's a very unique situation, because even with Lois obviously knows who he is, and he is a very honest version of himself with Lois. There's something with Kara where he can still be that same honest version of himself, but know that she understands in a way that Lois can't understand certain things about being from somewhere else, and dealing with the pressures that come along with the responsibilities that come with being these people. So I think that was just a really unique relationship, and I was lucky that they gave me some really good stuff to play with there with Melissa. And says she is. I mean, she is literally Supergirl. She's awesome. So yeah, it's just a fortunate thing of having great stuff to play with, and the writers were very nice to me, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for the stuff they gave us.
Now, obviously, we had the big crossover event, which probably made people more aware of you as Superman because obviously tying in the Arrow and the Flash and everything like that. Did you enjoy playing kind of good Superman, or did you prefer playing the darker, more sinister Superman? What was more fun for you as an actor?
More fun as an actor, I think, is almost always the villain. I think it's just with Superman, kind of like I said with that idea of like there's if you're performing a certain thing, I think Clark always knows that when he is Superman. I always say this, the way I see it, he doesn't see himself as Superman. To him, he's not Superman. It's just what he does, and like he's aware that that's the symbol that he is to everyone who knows him is that. But I think within that, you still know there's a box that you kind of have to behave within. And with the villain, there's no such thing. You can do whatever you want. You can play. You can do something absurd, and there's no real rule saying you can't. So it's always, I think, as the actor, there's more to explore, I think, in that sense. So that was, being able to square off as both was really fun.
Now, the last question I want to ask before I'll come out and let the audience ask questions is, again, your Superman has been greatly accepted by the fan community and everything like that, and constantly I'm saying, we need a Superman series. Does everyone else agree? Would you be interested?
Oh my God! I mean, I'm sure I would love to. I'd love to hear, an idea of what that would look like. But I mean, I know they've had those rumors out there since I think like we did the first couple episodes. But I always say this was only supposed to be 2 episodes at the start, which turned into 4, which turned into 7. So it's been a lot of fun to do what we've been able to do at this point. So if we get to go back and do some more, whether it's going back for more stuff on Supergirl or a crossover event again, whatever that might be, I have so much fun playing the character. The people up there are amazing to work with. So yeah, I mean, I would just never say no to a chance to go work with those people again. I think working with good people is the best part about doing what I do, and there's some really good ones up there.
Well, with Arrow finishing, I'm just saying CW has an empty slot, so we'll just put there. It seems to fit, doesn't it? Yeah? Right, now, I want to give you guys a chance, oh, there was a shoe, to ask some questions now. Do you have any fan questions? Right, I'll jump straight at the front here.
It took 2 years of her saying, I don't want to watch it, and then absolutely loving it. But my younger sister has finally finished Teen Wolf, and she couldn't make it today because she's ill. Can I record you saying a little something because she's absolutely devastated?
Wait, what's her name? Kaya. Please tell her that I said hello. Is she gonna make it out later or no?
She's got the flu, unfortunately. Well, the great thing is, it's live streamed, so you'll be able to watch this as many times online now. So there you go, he's just said hi.
There we go. Hope you feel better.
Awesome. Right, next question. See, I told you he's a nice guy.
I haven't seen Supergirl yet, because my Sky isn't working. So I asked you something about Game of Thrones. Who's your favourite character? Or have you got a favourite character?
My favorite character? Oh man. If I had to pick a character that was my favorite character from beginning to end, it'd be Tyrion.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just such. I mean, I would say, in the sense that he made you really feel everything there is to feel, and there's so many great character dynamics that he had with so many different characters throughout the whole show. I just thought he was brilliant from beginning to end, and so it was just I always looked forward to those scenes. I always lingered on kind of every word that he had to say. So I would say beginning to end, that was probably my favorite character throughout.
Totally agree. Right, just here.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
Love the glasses, by the way.
Tuxedo mask.
Hey, there we go.
I was going to say, have you ever thought about doing stuff behind the scenes, like writing or directing or anything like that?
Definitely. Yeah. I think directing is in my future at some point. It's at the moment not to do it. I want to do it when I have that project that I'm like, yes, I need to do this. Producing is something that I'm actively getting into, so it's some things that I'm trying to develop. And so hopefully I'll be able to say more about some of those things soon. But yeah, I think moving into that part of the business, I would enjoy as well, because it's nice. I really love doing what I do. I also love the idea of being part of it from beginning to end, as opposed to just for this segment that we're asked to be a part of.
Hello. So I would really love to know, from the scenes you shot so far, which one was the most challenging and more fun?
Most challenging and most fun in which project?
Any project. Cool.
Most challenging was the fight in the hail loft in the water in season 3A. Or is it 3A? Yeah, the A anyways, confusing me. But 3A, there's a fight in the loft with the water. That was the most challenging thing I think we ever did, for sure. The most fun, the most fun scene we ever shot. Yeah. Did anybody see Everybody Wants Some? Okay, a couple people. There's a film called Everybody Wants Some. It's directed by Richard Linklater, and there's a scene where we are all floating in a river in inner tubes, and it was the middle of summer in Texas, and so we all, for work, had to go swim in the river. Really tough day. That was probably the most fun. That was a lot of fun.
You sound devastated by that. Right, questions? Young lady here.
Can you tell us definitively whether or not you're going to be part of Crisis on Infinite Earths?
I cannot for multiple reasons. One, because I can't. Two, because even if I could, I couldn't.
So take that as yes. Right. Okay, more questions. So go on, Hook Girl. Here we go.
Hi. If you can pick a character from Teen Wolf and get recorded something like a new TV series, what would be, and what is going to be the aspect of this TV series?
If I had the answer to that, I'd be producing that show on TV.
10 years time, he's coming back. This is what we'll talk about.
There's so many. I mean, I honestly, half of my best friends are all from that show. So I feel like, I don't know that I'd be able to go do it without taking all of them with me. So it'll be, I don't know, it'll be us on some road trip somewhere. Maybe not fighting for a change, just having dinner somewhere. Yeah.
Sitting in the tube on the water in the summer.
Yeah, like all grown up, just like looking out over like the mountains and just be like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
40 minutes of that, perfect. Right, next question.
Hi. I'm a big fan of series like Outlander, and I'd like to know if you're also interested to make some series or movies with historical background.
Sorry,
Very great.
the first part you said. What was the first thing you said?
The first thing, I'm a big fan of Outlander, and
Outlander, oh,
yeah,
yes.
so how about some series of movies with historical background?
Oh,
like that?
I would love it. I would love it. I mean, I think there's so many great stories rooted just in history that I feel like we'll never run out of ones to tell. So I always love being able to go back and explore those things, just because I think one of the favorite things that we've ever implemented into a project that I was a part of was the idea that the more things change, the more they stay the same. I really love going back and looking at things and kind of dissecting how, even though the time might have been different or anything like that, really the experiences that we go through as people, there's only so many that really affect us in a profound kind of way. And so to go back and look at those and see how the circumstances might have been different, but essentially the experience was the same. I love that kind of stuff. So I would never say no to a project that deals with any kind of period in history, for sure.
Okay, just down here.
Hi.
Hello.
So, would you ever think about doing live theatre, or are you more like TV based or film based?
I never took theater classes. I started acting when I was 8, so I've always been in TV and film, and that's just kind of what I've done. I've done 2 live theater things. Really enjoyed both of them. had a really good time. One of them was an hour and a half improv, just me and one other person, and we basically the first line is "Sorry, I'm late," and then from that point on, it's completely made up. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. It was also one of the most fun things I've ever done. So I really did enjoy that. And then we did another kind of like a live read through on stage at the theater of a script, this film that hadn't been made yet. And so I've always really enjoyed it. I've always really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I kind of liken it to directing. I think until there's that thing that I read and go, wow, I need to do this and I need to do it on stage. I don't know that it's something I go like, I'm dying to go make that happen. I think if that opportunity presents itself, then I would absolutely say yes if I felt like it was the right thing to do.
Awesome. Right, any more questions, gentlemen? Here, squeeze around. Try not to stand at anyone. I do apologise.
Hi. Good, thanks. How are you? Good. So mine's more of like an actor sort of question, because I'm an acting student myself. What's your audition process? Like, do you get nervous? If you do, how do you deal with it? Lines, the pressure. Like, what do you do?
I'll give you. I feel like I don't have much good advice, but I do think maybe this will help. It'd be ridiculous for me to say that you still don't ever get nerves, or that thing where you're about to go in and maybe the butterflies in your stomach or something like that. Where I've really helped myself with the nerves and the pressure. I feel like when I was younger, I would look at scenes when I would go into an audition, and I would see it the way that I saw it, but then inevitably the voice in the back of my head would go, yeah, but okay, but what do they want to see? I stopped asking that question. I don't care anymore. and not in an arrogant way, but just in the sense of, I remember auditioning for something and I read it one way, and then I read it again and went, I think they want to see something differently though. And then for whatever reason, the thought popped into my mind of, you know what, the worst thing would be to get this job doing it the way I think they want to see it and not the way that I actually see it. Because then for the next 4 months, I'm going to have to show up to set every single day going, well, what do they want to see today? What do they want to see today? What do they want to see today? As opposed to just going in with my own interpretation of it and saying, if they love it, then great. I know they like how I see it. And then I'm not going to have to come in here for the next 4 months trying to pretend like I'm the right person for this job. For me, that's the greatest piece of advice I can give to you. If you read something and you feel strongly about what you think it is, then just do that. Like, you'll feel the pressure go away, because you're not going to go in trying to remember, like, okay, yeah, but at this moment I want to force it to feel like this. You already know it because you've read it, and when you read the scene, like, you can feel how it kind of moves in your body a little bit. You get to know that character. So whatever your intuition is, commit to that. Just commit to it, and when you're in the room, you're not going to be second guessing, because you're not going to wonder if you got that moment that you thought they wanted to see. You're just going to be living it out as you kind of feel it. So it becomes more honest that way. And I think when you get that job, it's that much more gratifying. It's like, great, they like what I do. I didn't fool them. They just like what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've just noticed the time, and I hate to say this, but we are pretty much out of time now. I don't sound too disappointed.
One more question.
One more question.
Sure.
Go on then. See your hand was straight up there. One more.
I can go quick.
Hi, I actually just watched Teen Wolf for the first time this past weekend, and I absolutely loved it. But knowing that you were going to be here, I kind of wondered, Derek went through a lot. Was there ever a moment where you're like, do we really need to put him through this?
Yeah. Usually when it was like, freezing outside and there was no clothing involved and there was a lot of water, and I would be like, he's done this, we don't need to do it again. He did go through a lot, but I will say it made it that much more gratifying, I think, towards the end of that character arc. I love where Derek ended up, that peace of mind of knowing that he found his purpose. It was really fun to play that, so I enjoyed the evolution of that character.
Good question, and pretty much a good end there. Now, what has the